It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jameson Williams. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Lions and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you, and we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate
on play action, Goff. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
When we had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike, it almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on second down. Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll try and run it with Brooks. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. They're going to mark him short, and it is going to be 4th down.
So often in these short yardage defensive situations, Mike, you just have to sell out and play the tendencies. In this case, they knew a run was coming. They stop it short for no gain. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And he'll work this out to the 23. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action, here's McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being...
Oh, we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carlton Davis. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
The extra point is up and through. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So just think, I mean, a couple minutes ago, we see a pick six. I mean, the last thing you want to do is on the next time you step in the huddle is go 3 and out. So that's a big conversion. Now they got to find a way to get some of this momentum back, go down and get some points, and let everybody move past that pick six we saw in the last possession.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. He completes this one to Mechie. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
Pass interference. Defense.
So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Vikings. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to
do. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Josh Metellus there on the tackle. On 2nd down, Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll go play action with Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. This drive will start on the ground. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll stick with him again. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the 1st down.
Now for the 3rd time in the 1st quarter, he's been intercepted. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Mechie, the man in motion. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Now, right on the heels of the pick 6, he is intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
We are through one. It's the Lions who have the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is McCarthy. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Here's Brown on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Second down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Trying to keep this drive moving when it's 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That is caught. And he's in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. 2nd and 11. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and Jordan Addison getting ready to get back on the field. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Ingram. He'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth 1st half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Brian Branch. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. And now, after the quick change, following the interception and the return, We're going to try to pay it off with 6. It is first down and goal. To the goal line and in. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Extra point coming now from Brown. He's got it. And the Lions are able to extend the lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. He's got his man, Jefferson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He keeps it himself. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Now McCarthy. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He's going to tuck it and go. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
With the score, Lions 35.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Jordan Love, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Troy Franklin, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Drake May with a touchdown pass. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. McLaughlin now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this has been a game to forget so far. You start to wonder, how long do you stay with a guy when he's thrown pick after pick after pick? It has been a long game at the quarterback position. 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll turn and hand this one off. They get 15 on that game. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Open man downfield, it's Hawkinson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Lions offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. The Lions will punt this ball away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Oh, yeah.
The Vikings take over first.
The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. Interesting point here, Greg. This is one of those where, put me in the mind of the play caller. Are you thinking just keep the ball on the ground right now?
I think it's hard. I think a lot of it has to do with how much confidence do you have that he can work himself through it, because as the turnovers continue to stack up, your biggest fear is that the confidence breaks down. So a lot of this is really just how well do you understand, what kind of relationship do you have with your quarterback. If you think you can...
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Here's Brown on now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Vikings 20.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. This one brought in by Hawkinson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
In motion, it's Jefferson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Not much. 2nd and long coming up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a give on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Jack Campbell, the former 1st-round pick, there to wrap him up. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw, it's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some 1st downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Here's Goff. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. On second down, it's Brooks. And he's going to pick up the first down. That's a nice run, taking it up past the 30-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10. Here, that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And he will score. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
His throw left side is complete. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. They'll go play action with Goff. That is caught side of the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Makes the score Lions 49, Vikings 26.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So now this team's offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
McCarthy to the air on second down. This one caught by Mechie. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and long. To throw is McCarthy. That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
To the air once more is McCarthy. To the left side here. Caught by Addison. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now a handoff running right. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Well, Greg, really down to the point where every possession they need to score, and they get a touchdown here to stay alive.
Mike, I like what I'm seeing out of this team. They find themselves down big late, but there's no quit. They're continuing to fight back, and they got a chance to make this one a 2-possession game here late.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. And it would seem as if this 3-game win streak is going to become a 4-game win streak. Still a little work to do in this one as they start 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Handoff, running left is Brooks. Down the sideline, past the 40. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Detroit. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Extra point coming now from Brown. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing again is McCarthy. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Brian Branch. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Lions offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They are getting closer to win 11 on the season, playing their best football here late in the year. Going to start this drive with 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They send him right out of the slot. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards, and it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run it with Brooks. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Lions will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. John Mechie was the intended target, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.